Good morning. Happy Friday. I know it's early. It's 8:30. It's a lot earlier than I've been going live lately, but today is a close to my heart conference slash convention. They call it Business Builders. And all day yesterday and all day today, they have conferences on various topics, and it's all virtual online, and it's so good. It's so good. And so it's getting ready to start. I have about an hour. And since I was playing around with different things, I thought I'm going to go live. And today I want to make some Christmas tags. And, you know, if you don't buy any other set out of the current catalog, this set is one of my favorites because it's versatile. There's just so many little images. And if you like to make tags and cards and things, the images are nice and small. And so it's just kind of a fun set. So I thought I'd use it. I have several other stamp sets on standby, ready to go. In case inspiration strikes. I got out that little, nativity scene one, and I made a cute little tag from it. The one thing I did not get out is my ribbon. So none of my tags, I'll have to add ribbon later. But here's one using this set, and I thought it was fun in the bright colors. I think the reason I've been working with so many bright colors or talking about it lately is because, we've had the traditional red and green, and then in the new catalog, it's basically silver and gold. And now I'm like, okay, and now I want color too. And so there you go. This little stamp came from this, which you might remember. I made that cool card. Let me grab it. This is a 5x7 card, and what I thought about doing on this is making it even a little bigger. Like if I made it 8x10, I could make it into a little advent and make the little doors open. I thought that would be really cute. So that's a possibility. I may play around with that a little bit because I love this set. And one thing I'm struggling with, of course, like you would struggle with as well, unless you have some great idea you can share with me. But, the numbers on here, like I love the little gingerbread man, but it has the number 8 on it. So how do you use that so it doesn't look weird on a card or on a page? And a lot of consultants have done just random things using all of the numbers. And so I'm kind of curious about if anybody's using a single number for anything, like a birthday or a certain date, or, I might use it later when I have my actual photos and I know what day of the month it is. I might be able to use that a little more. I also have this set because it's really nice to have the little flowers, and of course the holly leaves have a thin cut, which is nice, but the berries don't. So anyway, I just thought I would show you a few things with that. To get started, I'm going to put that up there. I have cut out, I have all those, how I told you that I have a bunch of little pieces and parts from past, when I messed around with these sets in the past or whatever. I have a bunch of little pieces in trays that I thought would work really well. And then the other thing I have is gobs of tags cut. And I did some of the pine cones from the card making kit. Remember the pine cones? And I did some of the little postage, which I think is really cute. Let me grab that set so I can show it to you. Where did I put it? It's on here. Okay. So here's the little postage, here's the little presents. That little holly and berries is what I used on the stamp right there. Do you love that? It's so cool. And that, the stamp that comes with this, that's what it looks like. That I stamped it in mink. So you can see it's kind of faded in the center. It's got like a shadowy look almost. Love that. And then the little 25 I got again from this set right here. There's like some postage on here. As a matter of fact, while I got this set out, I think I'm gonna make one more postage stamp tag. I haven't had the opportunity to use this yet. And when you peel a new stamp set or stamp off the backing that you've never used, be gentle, especially when it's one like this where it could tear. And then if it's got like wiggly lines where you're not sure it's gonna go straight, lay it upside down on your surface and pick it up with your block, because it'll fall into its natural kind of state. It'll fall into its natural look. And so I think this one I'm gonna do in green jade. And okay, let me grab scrap paper, because whenever you stamp a new stamp, it's not going to be, it may not be totally perfect the first time. And the more solid and the more, oh yeah, it looks pretty good. The more solid and the more, I don't know what I want to say. The more solid it is, the less likely it is to stamp perfect the first time. And I don't have my cushion out today. Isn't that pretty? Okay. I have that. And then I want to put something on the inside of my stamp. I have the little 25 that I'm going to use. How about I could put in a little house? I could put in a little tree. How about a tree? I think I'll do the little tree. And what color should I make it? How about sage? It's gonna be a green theme. And I'm just gonna stamp it once, and stamp it twice. The second generation wasn't very dark in sage. Maybe I'll just stamp it twice. Hold on. There we go. I like that. And then what else do I want to do? I think it needs like a little something in the background, some stars maybe. Ooh, I like this little star. Boy, it's tiny. I need to get a smaller block out. It's tiny. I don't want to lose it. Okay, and then I think I'm going to make the stars in red. Just cause I can. Oh, that's so cool looking. And then I need the little, you know, postage, the little 25 on there. Cause you know, postage is 25 cents, not, oh my gosh, postage is crazy. But that is what makes it look like a stamp to some degree. So I needed it. I needed it. All right. And I also, you know, I've never used these wavy lines either. I want to do something with those. So I think what I'm going to do is get out my black here. And I'm going to put it off to the side like that. Cool. And then the other thing that I thought it might be really neat, I have a lot of different, you know, when you have a cancellation thing, often it's a circle, and I don't want to use that circle, although I could use that circle, but why not use the numbers, right? I mean, I have these cool numbers. I could use any number I want. And I think I'm going to use a different number than I have in the past. How about number 23? Why not? And it's going to be in sage also. Where did I put my sage? I have a lot of ink pads out today, so it's going to be... Now, the other thing about this is it's going to hang off the edge, and so I have scratch paper galore around here, and let me just... I've never used this before, but this is scratch paper anyway, so I'm going to stamp that. Let's see, what do I think? It's kind of bland in sage. How about red? Let me try red. Let's see what I like better. I like the tree. I like that idea. And while I have this set out, I'm going to stamp a couple others. I want to stamp the 25th. And is there any others? You know, I wish they would have done Christmas Eve a little cooler, because I think I'd use Christmas Eve a lot, but I don't love the ribbon as much. I love the ornament. It's neat. And the snow globe is kind of cool. I could grab the snow globe and do it in a cool color. I've not used it, so I need to make sure it's going to stamp good. There we go. Oh, that's so cool looking. All right, so I have a few of these images to play with. You know, this is what I often do when I have a stamp set out, is I do multiple ones so that I can use them for various things. And I have this punch. It's a 7/8 punch, and it fits perfectly around some of these images, like the 25th. But others, it would need to be just a smidge bigger. Like here's this one, it's going to cut off the, it's going to cut off the dashed line. So I may get out a little bigger punch to play with that one in just a little bit. We'll just use this for now. Okay. Get out a little dot. Put this on. We'll use that one. All right. One tag down. Da-da. So I thought this one would look cute on top of this one. And so in the background, I want to stamp something that coordinates, right? So I think I'll do a little, just so I have it done, I'm going to do a tone on tone little row of trees. And anyway, while I'm stamping, what is everybody doing today? I feel like I'm exhausted. I don't know if any of you guys have ever gone to a convention. Surely you have, or a, you know, any kind of gathering that lasts for days where you have to sit and listen, and like a conference or something. The close to my heart ones are amazing, but man, tiring. And so I'm gonna mimic that. I'm gonna make that little star again. So by the end of yesterday, I felt like I just wanted to crash. I was so tired last night. But there's so much good information. They cover things like, you know, customer service issues, how to find new customers. I just like 3 of those. That's perfect. All right. So I will put these together. Now this one it came from a past tag set, and it has 2 holes where you can thread ribbon through it. And so I'll decide what to do with that when I get my ribbon out. So there's that one. And then I kind of wanted to show you a couple of other really cool ideas. Let's do something with the little poinsettias, but I wanted to show you this. This is, there is paper called Irresistibles in the catalog. It comes in a package, and it's hard to see. Oh, there, you can see it perfectly. It has almost like a clear embossing layer over it or something, and it resists ink. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Christy. And so what I thought would be cool, what I did on this one was I did it in black. I just sponged black ink over it, and you can see the white lines that have that resist kind of pop. And so that looks really neat. And I have this one with the stripe, and I thought maybe I want to make one that, I don't know if I want it in red. I don't know, you know, I don't know what color I want. I'm gonna make some of it in red. That way I'll have some of it for making another tag or 2. I like to have all the stuff so that I can just pop things together and not have to make something special for each tag necessarily. You know what I mean? So, okay. So that's enough for a tag, and that's in Scarlet. Now, one of the things that you see is the white still has some reddish pink on it, and what you do is you take a Kleenex or a paper towel or something, and you rub over that white, and it pops right back out again. It just, you have to rub that excess ink off so that it looks white again. So I have one that can be in red. That's Scarlet. I can do one in, I can make some of it in Flamingo. Flamingo is, it's a little bolder than a baby pink, but you know, with my weirdo color schemes I'm doing right now, I like it on some of this, especially if you're just adding it as a stripe or something, right? So there's some pink. Oh, I dumped my tray. Hold on a minute. There. And rub that off a little bit. And I think I want to do a little bit in Candy Apple, which is a brighter red. Now I'm going to use the same brush as I did with the darker red. So I want to brush it off so I don't mix my inks. And you can tell, like, there's nothing on it now. So you can reuse these brushes from the same color in different shades. Just kind of brush it off. Now, people ask me all the time, do you wash them? Do you wash them? Not often. I think I've never washed this red one ever. I've had it for like 2 years. I don't know. I just don't bother. I just don't bother. And with this Irresistibles, what's cool is you can make it as light or as dark as you want with the ink. So you're in control of what color you end up with and how much of it you like. You know, I just cut off a stripe here. All right. Again, wipe the excess. Anyway, so close to my heart. Let me talk about that some more, especially since you're here, Kelly. Everybody, welcome Kelly. She's my new downline, and she lives in Gibson. So if you're in that area, you should connect with her. But one of the things that Close to My Heart really loves to do, they have like a big convention, and they try to do it in person, but like everybody goes to Utah kind of convention. But what happened since COVID basically is that they have not been able to get enough people to pull together to do it in person. It's been really hard to make it. It's so expensive. The convention centers now are outrageous. And so that's been an issue. I'm trying to decide what size if I want to use another Irresistible as a background and use this at the bottom with a stripe. Decisions. It is really pretty. I think I will. I think I'm going to use just a little bit of green, and I think I like the sage green. So that way things will stand out just a little bit. I could use like a mink or a gold. Anyway, I better check my scratch paper, make sure I don't have weird colors on there. Okay. Anyway, so Business Builders is all online. It's virtual. It's a little bit expensive. It's like convention, you know, but convention is a lot different in that it has more creative and more catalog, new product information. This is more business information, how to find customers and how to run your business, as a hobbyist, as a middle person, or somebody who just wants to go for it and go big. They give you the top sellers in the company and people who are really successful or have grown a lot by doing certain workshops or whatever they present, and it's really great. It's great to hear different people's styles and stuff. So this was just a strip that I cut from the Irresistible paper, and basically what I do when I make these tags is, I decide how big I want them. Say I want this one really big, so like that, and then I cut one corner off at an angle, and then you can take that, corner that you cut off like that and flip it to the other side, and then cut the other side so that it matches. And then that way, your angles are right. Now, sometimes I'm like, it's too pokey or pointy at the top. Like this one is kind of like that. And then I just take a corner rounder or a hole punch or whatever and do things to it to make it look more like a regular tag. I have a slot punch. I have hole punches, and I just make them into tags. So it's not like you have to have a tag die. It's really easy to make tags. So like this little strip right here, that was not a die. I just had a scrap of paper sitting on my desk and I cut it down, and look how cute it is, right? Okay, so I have this, and then I think I want to put some stripes and things on here. So I'm just putting on some adhesive, And I should just get out my liquid glue. It's so much easier sometimes when you're doing this kind of thing. All right, so I think I'm gonna use these and the black. And so I'm trying to decide, do I want pink or red? The red really pops. Okay, so I'll do the red. And I don't, I would normally just put this in a trimmer, but I am going to cut it down the middle. So bear with me as I cut all crooked and crazy, and you guys are like, no. Okay, close enough. I don't care if it's perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. This is like, you know, this is a Christmas tag. This is one of those things that's gonna go in the trash. You picture people opening their presents and then ripping this open. And okay, so I'm gonna flip this over and just trim. I want to do it this way so I have the bulk of it left. Okay. Now add this to my scrap pile because I have gobs of scraps. I really like how this looks, and I think I did these cute little poinsettia flowers, and you know, I did some of these so I could show you how I colored them. I used my colored pencils, and I know it's a little weird, but I basically grabbed a pink. This is intense pink. Okay, it's this color. And when you color, you will notice that when I color, let me hold this up, I have like a kind of a flat side to my pencil, and I'm using the flat side. Now, when I color these, I'm basically coloring a little bit of pink. I want different colors in my flower to give it dimension. Since this is a flat image, it needs variation somehow. Otherwise, it's just going to be a flat image, right? And then I'm going to use a red. Which one is this? Fiery red. That's a pretty, that one's my bolder red. Let me see what else I got. Intense pink, deep ruby. I could make it like that. And how about poppy red? Okay, so then I'm just gonna scribble in some red on each leaf, going into the pink, kind of blending into the pink. And it doesn't, you can tell I am not being extra careful about how I do it. All I know is I want a little bit, I like when a little bit of the pink shows on the end. And then we'll get out that fiery red and we'll do the middle. And a little bit into the other red. So that is how I did it. And this is a tag. Again, this is a great place to practice your coloring because these tags are not going to be anybody's keepsakes. These are going to be things that people throw away. And for the leaves, I did kind of the same thing. I started with kind of a light color, and I usually use a pretty light touch, but right now I'm pushing a little bit hard. And then I'm going to go in with a different green, and I'm going to follow the black lines of the leaf, because when you look at leaves, they kind of fold in a little bit towards the veins, so they're darkest near the veins, and so they look best if you have the darkest color by the vein. Okay. There's my leaf. And if you don't love that, you know, so go over it real light. Go over that brighter color with a little light touch and, you know, blend it a little bit. There you go. Good enough, right? So that's how I did the leaves, and bring my tag back in and try to decide how I want these arranged. Do I want 3? Do I want 2? I cut the banner, but I don't love the banner. There's something about banners. They're just not my thing. A lot of people love them so much. I like that just like that. Okay, I'll save this one for another. I'll save that one for another. Or I could even put it on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the leaves. Okay, this is a tag. You're not mailing it. You're not doing anything that requires postage. And it's fun to make them a little dimensional. So I'm scruffing them up a little bit, making them a little more dimensional because it's boring to have all flat everything. And I'm just going to put adhesive on a little strip in the back and tack that down. And then these, I'm going to put a dot on the back of each. Just foam tape. I usually use the Close to My Heart foam tape, but it's just not, I don't know. It's so much easier sometimes to use dots, and the only dots I have right now are the little tiny white dots. Look at that. Cool, cool. There's a really cute tag for the top of a package. I can tie a cool ribbon to it, and there's another one done. Okay, what else do I want to do? I have so many options. How about a Santa tag? This one's, it might be fun to do a layered tag like that. And so I have a bunch of images here. I'm just gonna pull some of them down so you can see them in camera, okay? I have a lot. And I did make some of these cute Santas. I couldn't resist the stamp set. Let me see if I have it out. It's from Santa, and it has Here Comes Santa Claus, Naughty or Nice. It has some little ornaments, Please Deliver, and it's just so cute. And for some reason I was thinking I had a mailbox or something on here, but on my sticker sheet left over, but I do not have. I have this little mailbox. Dear Santa Claus. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like a postage thing. That's kind of cool. How about we put this on a piece of scratch paper? That way it makes it sturdier. And then I trim it too close. All right. That's pretty cool. And I can put it on here. I love that idea. What's gonna stick off? The corners, anything but the corners. Okay. So I'll put it just like that. I love that. And then we will have a layer with Santa. Oh, he's cute. Cute, cute, cute. I feel like this tag needs a little something, something. Maybe I will add a little strip of this one. I'm gonna cut a stripe of those Irresistibles. Gosh, those, you know, these Irresistibles, if you're like me, you know, they're bland. You see them, they're white. You're like, I'll never use them. I don't know what I would use them for. But when you start using them and you see how cool they look, you realize I could use these all day long. Oh, that's so cute. He's so cute. He needs popped up for sure. Now again, this is a tag. I don't need to use gobs and gobs of foam tape and things that people are just gonna go in the trash. But it is fun to make. Isn't that cute? I feel like this needs something on the edge. Maybe some, oh, where's my scratch paper? I set it down. There it is. Maybe a little bit of red around the edge or something. Not too bold, just enough so it's not stark. There. That's my leftover ink from my brush that I did not clean off. There you go. Yeah, I like that. I feel like it needs something here too. And see, here's where on almost every stamp set there is a star or a something. That's a cool scatter element, right? It's just a little something that you can put on there to fill in space like this. So we could just add a few stars. That way, I don't know, I just don't like blank space very much. It's kind of you know, some people are real simple style, don't add a bunch of things. Oh, look at that, naughty or nice needs to be on there somewhere too. I have that cut out in my scraps. I have a bunch of those. I'll cut one and we'll see where we want it. Oh my gosh, that's cute, but I feel like I need more space on the other side of it. So I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, that way I can tuck it in and you can still read it. Oh God, that's cute. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. So what you got going today, Kelly? Anything exciting? My conference starts at 9:30, so I'll probably be stopping. You know, I'm never done making tags and cards and I have nothing planned today for this live other than just putting some images together. just doing a few little images. I just thought this would be a good start, something to do, something that you can do. Oh, look, here comes Santa Claus. That's so cute. Boy, that's cute. And then it'll be stacked. Now this needs a little something, right? It needs a backing of some sort. Let me look at my scraps. Like in green, maybe. Yeah, I'll just do it like that. So this, I'm sure this feels like way too much work for tags, but I gotta tell you, I love the super dimensional tags, and Sam's Club used to carry them, and I would buy them every year. And they would be like, I don't know, anywhere between, I don't know, I want to say $13 to $15, and you got a big bunch of them, like maybe 30 or something, 30 to 50, somewhere in there. And so, you know, I always splurged on that. And now that I have my own, look at that. That would be really cute just alone, wouldn't it? I made extra Santas. I may make a few more of those. Isn't that great? Now that I make more stuff on my own, I can like tweak it to my wrapping paper or whatever, you know? Okay, I think I'll do another one like this. I might, this paper is great, but my problem with the pattern paper, it's a little too flimsy for just having that on its own, like as a tag. So I'm going to put it onto my tag. Let that dry a minute. Question. It's so enjoyable, man. You're right, it is. And it, gosh, if anybody ever wants to like come and craft and make tags or cards, I'm here. I'm down. Let's do it. Yeah, so close to my heart conference today. When you signed up, it was too late to join, or I would have maybe hit you up. It's a little pricey. So it's one of those things where you're like, do I want to do that? You know, it's a lot of money right now, until you get started a little bit. I think I'm going to, I want to use those pine cones, but what do I want to put at the bottom? There's the pine cones. I know I have some greenery. Oh yeah, I have some greenery. Boy, that's really neat. You know, one of the things that I could have covered the whole thing. That would have solved some of that. But I am going to go ahead and put this down so it can dry. I'll put it like that. I have the metallic markers that I really love, and sometimes I like to just go around the edges. And it does really add something, even though you may not see it. There's different sizes of these markers, and so if I do the season's greetings on here, I'm not sure. Let me see if yeah, that's down. That's done. Okay. Let me see. Maybe I do want to put a message on here. Just messing around. Anyway, the business builder thing is really awesome for people who are really wanting to grow business. And so I can share some of what I take notes. I can share some of that with you. Obviously, as someone who, I've been doing this for, have a fun day. As someone who's been doing this business for like, I just got my 27th year anniversary card, and I love it so much. It's not that I've obviously made that choice not to make my business enormous. You know, I'm not like somebody who wants to do this like full time. So, but I do love word of mouth and you guys sharing my lives. Isn't that sweet? Oh my gosh, I love it. Now, the other thing this needs is some glitter, and I don't want to put gems and stuff that might be a little more expensive on it. So I've got platinum stickles, which is one of my favorite things to do. That's inexpensive, but adds some bling. And I'm just smearing it around on that pine cone. And then I can also, you know, add a few little dots here and there. The platinum is a color I use often. So it's worth its money. It's worth its money. It's only like $3 or something. Isn't that a pretty tag? Now that one's got to dry, so I got to set it off to the side a little bit. I probably have time for 1 or 2 more. I'd like to do one with the presents. I have a gob of presents, and I have that fireplace. I made a bunch of those little fireplace sets. Isn't that neat? Let's see. And then I have presents. Oh gosh, maybe not on red. Let's do a little white one. And what else do I want to put? And this one I just stamped on a circle, and I was like, boom, there's a tag. That one's done. Because, you know, really, that makes it cute, but I'm not sure I want cute. This one I thought I could punch a little hole in it and use it as a top tag, you know, when you layer tags. Let's see what else I got. I think I want the darker green. And I have the season's greetings. I like that. I have another one of those 25s. These are really cute. I love this fireplace. It just needs something at the bottom. Maybe some black or red. Let me see if I raise this up and put a strip at the bottom, or maybe I can use some of my paper scraps. Like I have this plaid. Ooh, the plaid's cool. I think the plaid might work. So, all right. So I'm going to just put some adhesive on the bottom. Adhere that as straight as I can. Doesn't have to be perfect, remember? People are throwing these away. I think I'm gonna try to save that zip strip a little bit. And oh my gosh, I think my furnace just kicked on. It's not very cold out. That's weird. It doesn't feel cold in here at all. I think I need to adjust. Oh, I like that too. Let's put the wood grain on there too. It's like making a card, only, oh, that's really neat. And I really like, how about Here Comes Santa Claus? I don't know if Here Comes Santa Claus is all that great to put on there when we have this blazing fire in the fireplace. But here I go. I want to leave some space for my hole and my ribbon. And then that needs a couple of dots. Okay, now you're probably wondering, okay, I have all this stuff. Sitting out. How long did it take me to make all of this so that I could make some tags? And you know, the truth is, I don't know, because every single time I stamp, I try to, you know, cut extra. This is one of the reasons why it's so awesome to have extra things. I love it. Good enough. So sweet. You know what would be really cute on here is a little plate of those cookies right there. Like make that into like a little plate of cookies. That would be really cute. All right, let's see. And so when I have all of this extra stuff, I'm like, I just want to use it. You know, I'll make another duplicate. I'll make another Santa thing. And you know, here this got torn. I'll just put an edge of, you know, some paper or something on it, or one of the stripes down the side like that, and then it'll be perfect. So again, I don't worry about tags because they're things that people are not going to save forever. You don't have to make them heirloom. So I have that. My Santa. Just a few more minutes. So I hope that you guys have a really good day. I have like, I got my catalog in the mail. I got my catalog that I mailed to myself in the mail. That's what I want to say. Sorry, I haven't had coffee yet. I need to wake up a little bit. I've noticed that I'm starting to sleep later and later, especially on Fridays. And so I'm just not awake yet. I colored some of the presents to tuck in to the basket like that. That's a really cute, that's a very cute tag. Use those stamp sets. Use them. The ones that you bought to scrapbook with. Look at that. Cool. And don't be afraid to, I don't know, experiment a little bit with all your paper scraps and different colors and things like that. It's like, why not? I really kind of like this pink. I want to use this pink. I'm gonna do my last card using the pink, because, or my last tag. I'm gonna put that on. I'll cut that in a minute. And I have a bunch of these little houses and trees. Boy, are they cute. I gotta cut it so I can see what I'm doing. I also have a lot of these presents. These little houses and trees are so adorable, and they're super easy to trim out because they're just straight lines. And so you can make them any color you want. Like if I just want to put a tree in the background, get away from there. And a little house. What color tree do I want to put in the back? I have so many colors. I thought I had a green one in here somewhere, but oh, how about blue? I kind of like this orange. I'm messing around with color. Why? I don't need to. Because, I mean, they all look good together, right? Okay, I'm gonna glue that on. real quick. That won't take long. Make that one high. Urgh, my fingernails. Make that one. It's weird to be making tags with my Halloween shirt and my Halloween nails. It's kind of like, I don't know how many of you are friends with me on Facebook, but I made a bunch of my outdoor Christmas decorations. Now, I was wearing my Halloween shirt. One of my Halloween shirts, I didn't even realize I was wearing it. Oh, that is too fun. And then I could put, you know, like the little star or the little twinkly star in the background. What color? How about, I don't know, my blue out. Grab it. I like the idea of this being in blue. Ta-da! Another one done. I love it. Isn't that pretty? Imagine it with, like, you know, like a red bow or baker's twine. Okay, so let me just real quick show you what we've done so far. I made this one ahead of time. This one I just made with the little trees. I did some packages. Little Santa. Here comes Santa Claus. Have a cup of cheer. This one's like, I'm gonna layer this somehow. I love this tag. I might just do it just like that, because it says, Dear Santa Claus, and then naughty or nice. Here comes Santa Claus. You know, you could just make a bunch just like that. Here's the little nativity, little flowers. Here's another little layered stamp set, real simple. This little flower one, I feel like it needs some bling. So I'm using my Christmas red stickles, and I'm gonna make a few dots. Gosh, I like that. Isn't it pretty? And then if you want to bling it up, you can do the metallic marker dots in the center of the flower, or you can just squeeze some of those platinum stickles. Look at that. Ta-da! And then the other one with platinum stickles, let me grab it, make sure I don't have it all wet. My stickles that were on here got smeared, but it's just glittery. Look how pretty that is. So I hope you can make some tags soon. This was 1 hour. 1 hour. I probably won't give a whole lot more presents than this, because all my family loves gift cards for some reason. But seriously, that's some great progress for me. So I hope that you have time to do it too. Woo! Happy Friday, everybody. Enjoy your day.